Hello and welcome back to the Midweek Show. We have plenty coming up for you this week, including highlights from our 2 away trips to Sutton and Salford. We also hear from Danny, Owen and Brad following those 2 matches. And we'll see some under-21s action as well. But let's kick off the show with highlights from our recent trip last weekend to Sutton United.
Owen, can't start with anything except the penalty saved. You must be really pleased that you guessed the right way and made the good save.
Yeah, it's a big moment for me. For me especially, obviously over the last few games, I don't think I've been at my best that I've been early on in the season and throughout the season. And for me, that's just a big moment for me to now keep pushing on. And yeah, proud of it.
Yeah, and you've been very honest about those games against Forest Green and Harriet, where you're a bit disappointed with the goals that we've conceded, both in your terms and for the team. So it must be great that something like today's happened. Does it keep you on an even keel, everything about the good and the bad?
Yeah, I mean, I can't get too high and I can't get too low. Probably after those 2 games, probably the lowest I've been all season. But I mean, if I get too low, then it's going to affect my performances, it's going to affect the team. And I can't get too low. So I need to keep myself at a steady balance. And obviously, when a day like today, when there's a penalty, I can't get too high because anything can happen in football. And obviously, we got a game Tuesday, and now I've got to think about that rather than what happened today. So,
and I've spoken to a lot of footballers, and all they want to do is play the games. The training comes and goes, but it's the games that bring about that emotion, and that emotion can come out on occasions like when you save the penalty. But then you've got to keep your concentration for the very, very next thing that happens 30 seconds later.
Yeah, I mean, after they get a corner, and then that's massive. They're probably one of the most dangerous teams on set pieces in the league. So we got to, deep breath, stay calm, defend it well, and just keep going with the rest of the game.
Is it tough for you as a goalie when you know that all those balls are going to come into the box? You've got so many more decisions to make about when to come for them and when to not come for them. Does it make it harder as a goalkeeper?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of bodies in the box. Unless it's coming within my reach or it's like a floated one where I think I can come get it, I'm going to leave the defenders to deal with it, and I'll stay in the goal and defend the goal. And I think today they didn't really put many on me. They kept it quite away from me. But I mean, corners are never easy to deal with. A lot of bodies. They're a big side, big physical side. So yeah, but I feel like we dealt with them quite well today.
Yeah, and recently we've got a lot of draws. I mean, you know, the players talked about how we've got to make that next step of going from the defeats we had before and now the draws to turning those into 3 points instead of one.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think we've been a lot better in the last few games than we were, you know, previously before Danny and Nicky came in. You know, we're getting better results now, better performances. We just need to find that cutting edge to win games, maybe score more goals, you know, keep more clean sheets. Just to find that cutting edge, but I think it will come. I think there's a lot of positives and progression going on at the minute.
It's great to hear from Owen there, and a vital penalty save to secure a very important point for the U's on the road. Right, now moving on to last night's action when we faced Salford City at the Peninsula Stadium. Let's have a look at all the action and hear from goalscorer Brad and Danny afterwards.
Danny, was tonight's game a bit of what we've seen over the past few games? We've seen plenty of quality, enough to win games, but they're not quite getting over the line.
Yeah, quite possibly, Dave. I thought we had a really good way in. I thought maybe 4 or 5 really good chances in the first 20 minutes, had a really good control, good rhythm to us. I thought we dealt with their direct play. I thought we were able to get Noah Chilvers on the ball, and I thought he found a real rhythm for us, and we looked a really good team. And then probably the middle part of the game, we just got embroiled in a bit of a fight. And we were dealing with their direct play, but we weren't actually securing the first pass, making the second pass and finding any rhythm. We just went forward a little bit too quickly, and yeah, I didn't like us in that middle part of the game. But then yeah, we were disappointed to concede. I think from their first shot on target in just before half time, that was a difficult one to take, because I don't think we deserved to concede that goal. And then you come in at half time and you choose, don't you? You decide whether you're the victim or the fighter. And yeah, we fought hard for that point tonight.
Yeah, and even before the game, you had decisions to make, because, like you say, we're missing players, so you had to kind of change the formation, change the personnel. But I think in that start, the players adapted very, very well to that.
Yeah, credit to the players, because it's not easy. We had 4 wingers out tonight, so we had no wingers, and we did feel that they were available on the counter attack. And we just needed ball carriers, and probably Harry Anderson, Connor Wilkinson, Aurora, and Jaden Fevrier are obviously all out injured. But credit to the players, because I thought we adapted well. I was really pleased with the subs because I didn't like the way we'd started the second half. And of course, Bradley come on and did what Bradley does, which is pretty much every time he steps on the pitch, finds a goal.
Yeah, and the fact that all those substitutions worked and that they all influence your mind now ahead of Saturday and give you a good headache.
Yeah, this is good. This is what you want. You want competition for places. And yeah, I was pleased with the subs. It's always, I'm never sure whether to take credit or give myself criticism really, because the credit I suppose have been able to change or have an influence on the game. Or maybe if I'd started them, maybe they would have scored 2 and we would have won. But no, I think I was pleased with the group. I was pleased with our fight. We say this a lot. You have to kill us to beat us, and now we're 8 games into our tenure here, and we've only lost once. And we're a competitive team now, and we're working really, really hard. Just in that middle part of the game, just technical detail. That's what let us down. We just lacked a little bit of technical detail, and then couldn't quite find out the rhythm in our play. And there's some work that we can do on that to improve that, because it is really fine margins for us. And I think if we can just get on the right side of those fine margins, then these draws that we've been getting, we can turn into wins.
And for the second game in succession, you're dealing with a centre forward who you know all about, and you can talk all you want about how to defend, but it is tough when they're out there. I felt we generally dealt with him despite him scoring.
Yeah, he got a tap in, didn't he? Which he's such a good finisher from crosses, Matt Smith, and he's such an incredible handful. He shouldn't be playing in League Two, should he? He spent most of his life obviously in the top divisions, and he gives them a real threat. And I thought on the whole, I thought we dealt with him really, really well. And credit to the defenders, because they've had Harry Smith and then Matt Smith, and two real handfuls. And restricted a good Salford team, because they shouldn't be where they are. You look at their squad and look at the quality of players that they have, and they've certainly probably had playoff form since Cole Robinson has come in. So we restricted a good Salford team to very little tonight.
Brad, the manager speaks a lot since he's come in about the people who finish games, the substitutes that come on have to affect the game. You must have felt that you did that today.
I think coming on at 1-0 as a striker, the main thing in your mind is getting an equaliser and possibly getting the winner, and it was good to get that today.
Yeah, and I suppose when you're going through like that, what's kind of going through your mind about how you're going to finish, what you're going to do with it?
I think I said before, in situations like that, it's all so quick, so I'm not thinking of what finish, I'm just thinking take a shot, get on target, and just happy to see it go in.
Yeah. And for you, has it been frustrating that you haven't played as many minutes as you would have liked? So some of that is mental as well, of making sure that you're ready for when he does need you to go on.
Yeah, it has been. I'm quite an emotional person, and my frustration at times, which is on my part wrongly, but been shown, and we've been working on it, and I'm happy to see that I was ready for the opportunity when it came. It's great. I'm grateful to the team and to the management for the understanding, the help they've had with me in terms of my emotions, and with the work keep going, hopefully we can do better.
Yeah, and there's attributes that you've got that are different to Tom Hopper and different to John Akinde. So is it difficult to assess when you're going on exactly what you're going to do, or are you just being Brad?
Tom and John are two different profiles to me. So we all come with different things, and it's all about knowing what you can do against the opposition when you come on. And I think we got that right today.
Yeah, and of course they're experienced players as well, so I presume during the week they're players that you might lean on, you might look to for kind of guidance.
Yeah, I admire Tom and John a lot. Everything about them is just so good to learn off, mentality-wise, and even on the pitch stuff as well. There's a lot to learn from them, and I'm still learning every day, so it's good to have them around.
Yeah, and it must be really satisfying that you have managed to get on the pitch tonight, you managed to do what you want to do, and now it's a case of just knowing that you're in the mind of the manager now when he picks a team in the squad again for Saturday's game.
Yeah, I was happy to be picked today. I got close on the weekend at
Sutton, yeah.
at Sutton. I got close to the weekend at Sutton, and I was happy to finally get on today and make an impact. So hopefully this weekend is the same. If not, just keep working.
Another unbeaten week for the U's so far, and let's hope this form continues when high-flying Stockport County come to the JobServe Community Stadium on Saturday. You can get your tickets from Col U Tickets. Make sure you're there to support the boys. Talking of unbeaten runs, our under-21s extended theirs to 7 games when they faced Cardiff City earlier this week, and they'll be hoping to extend it to 8 when they face Watford on Friday night at Malden and Tiptree. You can buy your tickets at the gate, and they're priced at £5 for adults and £3 for concessions. Talking of all the action, let's remind ourselves what happened when the under-21s faced Cardiff City. Two great goals from Archie Oliver, especially the second one. And do make sure that you come down and support the boys on Friday night when they face Watford at Malden and Tiptree. Kickoff for that one is 7 o'clock. And talking of supporting the boys, make sure you're here on Saturday when we face Stockport County as the U's aim for another unbeaten week under Danny Cowley. You can get your tickets on Col U Tickets or in the club shop on the day as well. That's about it for this week's show. We'll see you for the pre-match show on Saturday. And until then, have a good week. We'll see you then.